Hey everyone, it's Lisa the Whimsical Gardener. Welcome to my channel. So today's video we are going to be spreading compost throughout the yard. So I'll show you the top of my driveway. I ordered some humus compost from Soil3. Black gold, everybody, black gold, amazing stuff. So what I've been doing is slowly just wheelbarrowing it and spreading it around my my beds, and then I also wanted to put sprinkle some poppy seeds around the yard too as well. I did some earlier in the winter, but I want to do it now that I have my compost. So typically what I do is I spread the compost and then I spread the seeds of the poppies on top of the compost. So we're going to start here, the willow tree bed. Let's start doing this rose bed area here. So I want to show you the compost material. This is the humus compost. You can get a veggie mix, you can get a humus. I just like using the humus compost, and I'm just going to do a light layer. Sprinkle it. Ooh, my spirea is starting to flush out already, guys. It's only middle of February. So, just a white layer of compost. Just looks all nice. I love it. And I just put it right on top of my of the leaves. So the leaves are going to compost in place. Let's do this area over here now. I know this isn't exciting work, you guys, but it is so nice to spread compost and then to see just a new clean layer of soil over the bed. It's just amazing. To go change my wheelbarrow because the one that I had was too flimsy. So let's continue. I ended up clearing out some of the leaves. It was a little bit too much, so I ended up clearing out a little bit of it. So let's continue spreading compost. I'm going to move on to this little area over here. Cleaned out a little bit of the leaves because I had too many leaves again. So let's put some compost there. I'm calling it quits for today, and then I'll come back tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow, so this is my project. So finish this up here because the guys are going to come install the wood chip in about 2 weeks or so, I believe. So this will look nice and new once I have nice clean wood chip with the compost. We have to weed over here, so we'll do some weeding as well. Tomorrow, popping in back here, I do have my poppies that I'm going to sprinkle. Isn't this one beautiful? And then I also found this California poppy that's called Thai silk. Beautiful, isn't it? So let's spread those. So all I'm going to do is basically just take it and sprinkle it over the compost and then leave it. That's all. And when the temperature changes, it will basically just germinate. So this is the compost that I use. This is the Soil3 Humus Compost. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue. It's a weekend. The weather is like super nice. So I'm going to go ahead and continue topping off the Willow Tree area, and then we're going to move to the front of the house and then top off the pots as well. Alright, let's move on now to the bed that has the oak leaf hydrangea, and it's in much need of some weeding. So I need to weed that area first and then spread the compost. But it's starting to look really nice in this area. I can't wait for the guys to come and spread the wood chip, and it would make it look even nice. My daffodils have started to bloom. Yeah, they're sprouted, so I'm going to turn it around and show you guys a little bit. This is my daffodil surrounding my willow tree bed, and all the green has come out, but in some of the areas the flower bulbs are starting to come out. So here I've got one coming out, this one as well, this over here, a little bit over there. So this is middle of February, and things are starting to sprout sooner than I thought. I think it's because we had a mild winter. Oh, bulb that I didn't plant. Another one here too. Something digging my bulbs up. I think something is digging my bulbs up, but nothing with the hostas yet in terms of blooms coming out. Still early for those to sprout. So let's continue over there. I'm going to hand weed this area, and the reason for that is I do have some bishop weeds in here, and it's kind of hard to tell because some of them are still here and sort of intertwined with the regular weeds. So I'm just gonna hand weed, and I want to pull these out by root as well. So I'm using the hori knife and just digging it out with the roots. And I want to tame this ajuga because it's spreading like crazy and don't want it all over the place. So I'm going to be pulling some of this out. I just want a small clump of it, but ajuga is spreading and I don't want it to spread. I just wanted to keep its nice little clump here so I can have space to plant other stuff. I could technically, you know what I'll do is I'll probably come back and dig this up and pot them up for the plant sale, because those are free plants as well. Alright, so I weeded the area behind me, and then while I was weeding it, I realized I don't really need to put compost there. The soil is like super rich. You can see very loose, dark in color, if that makes sense. I don't know how you can tell soil is good, but in my opinion, it looks good. So I'm not going to waste my compost on this bed. However, I did weed the area, and I also trim my oak leaf hydrangea as well, so because there were some branches that needed to be trimmed, and then I weeded the entire area there. So this bed should be in tip-top shape for planting in a few weeks. So I do need to top off the pots at the front of the house with compost, so let's go ahead and start doing that. Let's go ahead and top these pots off here, and I do need to do this one too as well, because it does need some compost. While we're at it here, let me show you how to clean up this bed. So this pot I have yarrow. If I have a picture, which I'm pretty sure I do, I will pop it on the screen. So I have some yarrow which desperately need to trim all of the old branches off of them, so that way the new one can come out and pull out all of the old leaves. I'll bring you a little closer. You can see where it's starting to sprout out for the new season. So I need to give that a little chance to breathe. This yarrow I actually transplanted from my side yard over here. We've had a fairly mild winter, so the yarrow is sprouting out already. Wow. It's the middle of February. Love having yarrow in a container, in this container, because it gives like these beautiful spikes. Making sure I'm not covering the crown of the plant. And then also I've got some heuchera that I need to remove all of the old plants, the old leaves, I'm sorry. Alright, let me show you the new shoots of the yarrow. Looks better. I do have some ivy as well that's growing here. So I planted a little bit last year, just a small piece, and it's growing. So Eventually I'm gonna have to trim that because I don't want it to touch the ground and grow like crazy. I just wanted something that was trailing, and so these two pieces are trailing. Hopefully you can see this, but do you see the little green? Okay, let's go this way. You see the little green sprouts right there? That's all new shoots for the RO. While we're at it, here at the front of the house, this trough that have this Swedish ivy desperately needs to be trimmed. I left it to grow in the winter time to put some interest, but middle of February, about time that I basically cut out all the extra ones. And what I'm gonna do is be potting up some of this too as well, and we do need to top it off with some mulch. So let's clean this one as we're up here. And usually I trim this severely and it just becomes this way back by the end of the season, like it creates these runners by the end of the season again. So don't worry about trimming it severely and you damaging the plant, because you're not going to. I do have lots of seedlings that have self-seeded, little clumps all over the place that I'm going to be digging out and potting it up for the plant still, because I've got way more than I need in this container and it's taking it over. And this year I want to plant, I think my geraniums would look really nice in here. So geraniums here, and then I'm also thinking maybe a little bit of fountain grass as well. We'll see. What a big difference being cleaned out, right? Oh my goodness, so this is really overgrown, and now I can see the true space of what I have to plant stuff. And I can see which clumps of the Swedish ivy I need to dig out, because I have lots of clumps. All I wanted was some trailing in front, and now it's all over the place, which is good. But let's go ahead and no, I'm not ready to dig these up yet. No, I should dig it up first and then I should put a compost. So this is what happens when you're gardening, you guys. You have one project that you want to do, and that tails into other things. So like I started a willow tree bed, and then that curtailed into cleaning up the bed, weeding on that side, cutting out. Now I moved to the front, which involved cleaning out the pots, and all I wanted to do was spread compost, right? Then I moved to this trough bed here, and I wanted to cut the Swedish ivy and then top it off with some compost. And what is this leading to now? Now this is leading to me digging up my Swedish ivy, potting those up, right? And then I will be able to put a compost. Oh my God, gardening, you guys. But guess what? I love it. And the reason why I love it, especially today, is the weather is so nice. I'm gonna take my jacket off. It's so nice, you guys. Yeah, middle of February. Amazing weather. All right, let's go grab some pots. Let's pot up these Swedish ivies, and then we will do the compost. All right, guys. Now we're ready to spread compost. So initial thing, turn into a whole bunch of stuff. So let's start spreading compost now. So I have a good layer on top here, and cleaned out my Swedish ivy as well too. So my trough is now ready for the new gardening season. Turning my attention now to this weeping blue Alaskan cedar, blue Atlas cedar, which I do need to come and stake this up because I want it to start weeping down. And it has grown about a good 12 inch, which I do need to come stake that up because I do want it to weep. Right now I got a trellis holding it up. I mean, not a trellis, a shepherd's hook kind of holding it up right now. I do need to come bring my stake and do that. So that'll be one of my spring jobs that I have to do. So let's top this off with some compost. While I'm at it here, I also have my Japanese butterfly, Japanese maple over there. So we do need to top that off too as well. So let's do that as we're here. And I also have my what do you call that thing? My heuchera. That's what it is. My heuchera needs to be topped off as well. Later on, go ahead and top this container off too as well. My Norway spruce container also needs a little bit of compost. The soil has dropped a little bit, so let's top that off as we're here. Right, what else do we need to do? Let's see. Let's see here. I think that might be it for this front area. My spirea container. And my two large white containers that I'm looking at, which I'll show you guys in a second. I did it backwards. I sowed my poppy seed. I should have done it after I did my compost, because for my poppy seeds, what I do is I typically just sprinkle it right on top of the soil. And I sowed a bunch of poppies, and I did that in December, I believe. So I'm going to have to keep some of the compost until the poppy has sprouted, then put it in the pot. I did that backwards. It's okay. Lesson learned. Gardening isn't perfect. I'm going to start with my containers at the front of the house, and I'm going to start topping this up. So I'll start with this variegated gardenia. That's what it is. Found this at Bradford greenhouse in Augusta, which is a good find. Potted up here for some evergreen color, and it survived so far in the winter time. And let me top that off.